Elon Musk and the other tech billionaires are finding out that having a prime seat at the inauguration in Trump world doesn't protect you. All of their support for Trump is, in fact, backfiring. My name is Dina Doll with the MeidasTouch Network. Let's break this down. So let's talk about Elon Musk first, and then we'll get to the others, because they have all seen that Trump is just not very loyal, and being so close to him and in his sphere is not so helpful to their businesses. Elon Musk, as we know, Tesla, in their quarterly report, sales were down 70%. Massive decrease because Democrats tended to buy his electric vehicle cars. And he has shown, not only with the really outrageous comments he's made in the Oval Office or his Nazi salute at the post-inauguration rally, his texts on X, his posts on X showing his racism, his sexism, his far-right ideology, not just here in the US, but around the world, are turning people off. Again, not just here, but around the world. The Cybertruck becoming a symbol for all that is wrong today with the Trump regime. Elon Musk, Trump is now already talking about in the past tense. After all Elon Musk did for him, after his business going down by his 70%, him leading the cause for Doge and in a way that judges after judges have said basically was an unconstitutional way, since he was never appointed and confirmed as required by the Appointments Clause of the Constitution. He sent in Doge employees to all sorts of agencies, violating all sorts of laws. The lawsuits around that are just starting. We may likely see class action lawsuits regarding the privacy violations that have happened. The Social Security, the former head of the Social Security Administration says that maybe checks are going to be slowed. The lawsuits against Elon Musk and all that he did in those days of Doge are just beginning. So after all that Elon Musk did to destroy our country in the name of Donald Trump is already writing him off. And this week, in an interview, he referred to Elon Musk in the past tense. The only question is, do you think that was the first time Elon Musk heard? As we know, Trump likes to fire people by social media posts and now maybe in a press conference. I wouldn't be surprised if that's how Elon Musk heard. Trump says in the interview, quote, he was a tremendous help, both in the campaign and what he's done with Doge. He really helped the country, saved us a lot of money. All past tense. Bye-bye, Musk. Of course, we know Musk didn't actually save us money. And he himself, they say his net worth went down from about $400 billion to $300 billion. So his dealings with Trump in these about 95 days cost him $100 billion, and his reputation, which, as they say, is priceless. But Musk is not the only tech oligarch who sat next to Trump in that inauguration and thought by sitting there they were insulated and would get his protection. Well, Meta and Zuckerberg are finding out that donating $1 million to Trump's inauguration committee, settling the lawsuit that Trump had against them for $15 million, basically another donation, was not enough for Trump to intervene in the FTC lawsuit trying to break up Instagram and Facebook. It's an antitrust lawsuit, basically saying that they need to be separated because them being combined is a violation of our antitrust laws. Trump could have intervened. He knows how to do this. He doesn't care about laws and oversight and agencies and who is in charge. When he wants to do something, he does something, and he did not lift a finger for Zuckerberg. That lawsuit is in trial right now. Delete Me makes it easy, quick, and safe to remove your personal data online at a time when surveillance and data breaches are common enough to make everyone vulnerable. Data brokers make a profit off your data. Your data is a commodity. Anyone on the web can buy your private details. This can lead to identity theft, phishing attempts, and harassment. But now you can protect your privacy with Delete Me. What do data brokers do? Your name, contact information, social security number, home address, even information about your family members could all be compiled by data brokers and sold online. As someone with an active online presence, privacy is really important to me, and I became a customer of Delete Me before they became a sponsor because I care about not having my data out there for people to use either to do identity theft or harassment. Take control of your data and keep your private life private by signing up for Delete Me. Now at a special discount for our listeners. Today, get 20% off your Delete Me plan by texting mistrial to 64000. The only way to get 20% off is to text mistrial to 64000. That's MISSTRIAL to 64000. Message and data rates may apply. Let's talk about the Google CEO. His support also has backfired. He sat there as well at the inauguration and also donated $1 million to Trump's inauguration committee. But has the Trump Department of Justice helped Google in its own antitrust lawsuit? The answer is a resounding no. This is despite the fact that the Department of Justice knows how to intervene in cases. See in point the Eric Adams prosecution. They were able to not only get that case dismissed, they managed to have a whole bunch of prosecutors resign and protest. But when it comes to Google, nothing is done. Right now, the court will be deciding whether or not Google has to spin off its Chrome browser. So if Google was hoping that donating money and cozying up to Trump would help them, well, it sure didn't. In fact, their stock price is down 17% since Trump took office because, yes, the tariffs are going to be hurting them. The tariffs are going to be hurting them, and Trump didn't lift a finger trying to help them in their antitrust lawsuit. Amazon co-founder Jeff Bezos, well, he had a lot to lose, and he sure lost a lot in the form of money and dignity, especially when it came to the Washington Post. It had a stellar reputation before he decided to cozy up to Trump, declined to endorse anybody leading up to the election, despite the fact that it was very clear that Trump was going to do all the things he's done to try to dismantle our democracy. He interfered with the editorial board, with editorials, with their editorial comics, and again, the Washington Post, once the preeminent newspaper, the ones who broke Watergate, losing subscribers, losing credibility, losing the reputation because he wanted to cozy up to Trump. And then his own personal reputation. I mean, we just saw him with his Blue Origin rocket ship, putting up an all-female crew. Well, the backlash around that was so huge. Katy Perry herself is trying to backtrack why she went on it to begin with. It was a disaster for all involved. And this is a direct result of what Jeff Bezos did, thinking that because he had the money, that he deserved a place at the inauguration, and that because he was donating to what Trump wanted him to donate, or he was deciding the editorial boards to do it, that somehow that he should be able to do this. His money gave him somehow the right to have more of a say in this country than us. Well, the American people, we're the ones who buy things. We're the ones who decide whether or not to go to Katy Perry's concert or not. They responded, and they responded very vocally. Jeff Bezos is seeing what happens to your reputation with your companies when you cozy up to Trump. And then let's just talk about the dollars, because Amazon is being hit the hardest with Trump's tariffs because the vast majority of goods that are sold on Amazon, yes, are manufactured in China. And China is the one country that Trump still has his targets on. It's still very chaotic. We have no idea where this is going to go. This is very bad for Amazon's business. So for all his trying to cozy up for Trump, hugely backfired because of course Trump is not throwing him a bone and trying to protect him. He just takes. The rest of us know that's what Trump is like. But for whatever reason, Jeff Bezos thought he was going to cozy up to Trump and somehow he wasn't going to get affected. But he is getting affected both within the money and certainly in the reputation. Reporting is that all these tech oligarchs are no longer visiting Mar-a-Lago, asking for favors because they have seen what has been happening to all the other oligarchs who had already come and already donated and expected something from this man who never has loyalty to anybody but himself. If you follow the first Trump term, you would see all of his underlings getting prosecuted. Trump really not doing anything about it. I mean, even the January 6th, he could have pardoned them when he left office the first time. He chose not to. He only did it when he thought he might need them again when he went office the second time. This is how Trump functions. But these oligarchs thought they were going to be different and they're not different. And the American people are answering. They're answering with how they decide to buy things. Target is seeing it with their willingness to do away with their DEI initiative. The buyout, the boycotting buyout against Target is hurting them immensely because people are paying attention and they don't want to support companies that are willing to go along with Trump's hateful policies. And even these rich men, as rich as they are, cannot be insulated from this backfire either.
Love this video? Continue the conversation by following us on Instagram @MeidasTouch and help us blow past 1 million followers.